in the Q&A section, Michelle asked, what's the best way to learn new skills, such as coding or programming?
Yeah, I think it's we get asked that question a lot, especially because we engage with a lot of different students, and then a lot of the questions that they ask, like, oh, how do you actually pick up coding, etc. I think it's not too late to pick up anything that you want to pick up. Just from my standpoint, like coding, I did it in university, but if you ask me whether it's required for my current role in Microsoft, I actually don't really require a lot of coding, or actually almost zero coding, because my role is really just to engage with the customers, understand the pain points, but I need to know exactly what kind of technologies would be able to help them. Yeah. But obviously, it really depends on the role that you want. But picking up coding, I think there's just so many resources out there today. You kind of just have to find the right resource, whether it's like I think from Microsoft standpoint, we have MS Learn. I think it's accessible for public. You can learn coding from that. But honestly, there's a lot of much better resources out there on introductory to Python, etc. Or if you want to do data, I think Spark, these kind of technologies or languages would be beneficial. But yeah, don't wrap your head too much about, oh, you really need to code to enter technology, because I pointed out, right, there's a lot of different kind of roles that you like. But I mean, if you really like technology, that's definitely a must. You need to know how to code. You need to know how to understand how the things behind work.
So if you are really into tech and you really want to learn coding, programming, what would be the method that you would recommend? Like, would it be a tutorial, or you actually go pay and go to an academy to learn it, or you do it yourself, like through YouTube? What would be your recommendation?
I think the lowest commitment ones, it depends how serious you are, right? But I think a good starting point would be starting on YouTube or online. You start with free resources first, because honestly, there's a lot of free resources out there. And then if you want to do your projects and try things, I think there's a lot of things on GitHub or this kind of online kind of code repositories where you can actually download the code and understand how it works, and then try it out, run the pipelines, etc. But my advice is to start online first, and then, because sometimes coding is not so trivial for people to pick it up, right? And if different people have different learning curve, but I believe today a lot of courses out there actually start from level 0, fresh, and then that's where you slowly build up. If not, you can just enroll into courses in university that have those coding 101. Then I think that would be a easier starting point too. But of course, your grades are at stake, right? Because if you end up wondering like, oh my God, coding is actually pretty tough for you, then you'll be like, oh, you're stressing out and everything. So I think online would be like a lower entry point, but at the same time, you need more discipline to pick it up. Doing a course would be like, oh, your incentive to actually do well would be better. And as a result, we being Asians, or I mean, I shouldn't say we being, like us being like competitive, if you have that mindset, then you would strive to do well.